Cylinder head porting with Carbide Burr tools is a precision process to enhance engine performance by improving airflow through the intake and exhaust ports. Here's a step-by-step guide using cylindrical or flame-shaped Carbide burrs to smooth casting imperfections, enlarge port openings, and blend port walls for optimal airflow, while avoiding critical areas like the valve guide and seat. Tools and safety. Carbide burrs. Use cylindrical burrs for general material removal and smoothing, and flame-shaped burrs for detailed work in tight areas or for creating smooth transitions. Die grinder, a high-speed, variable-speed die grinder, electric or pneumatic, is ideal for precise control. Safety gear. Wear safety glasses, a dust mask, and gloves to protect against metal dust and debris. Other tools: gasket for port matching, calipers for measuring, and a shop vac for debris cleanup. Step-by-step process. Preparation: clean the cylinder head, remove carbon deposits, oil, and debris to clearly see casting imperfections and port geometry. Inspect the ports, identify rough casting marks, seams, or obstructions that restrict airflow. Mark areas for material removal with a marker or machinist's die. Secure the head, clamp the cylinder head to a workbench to prevent movement during porting. Enlarging the port opening: match the gasket. Place the intake or exhaust gasket on the cylinder head to outline the target port size. Use a cylindrical Carbide burr in the die grinder at moderate speed, 10,000 to 20,000 RPM, to carefully remove material from the port opening to match the gasket's inner diameter. Work in small, controlled passes to avoid over-removal. Check progress. Frequently stop to check alignment with the gasket using calipers or by visually confirming the port edge matches the gasket. Smoothing casting imperfections: use cylindrical or flame burrs. Select a cylindrical burr for larger, flat areas of the port walls to smooth out casting seams or rough surfaces. Switch to a flame-shaped burr for intricate areas, such as corners or near the valve bowl, to remove sharp edges or flashings. Light pressure: apply light, steady pressure to the die grinder, letting the burr's cutting edges do the work. Move in smooth, sweeping motions to avoid creating uneven surfaces or gouges. Vacuum debris: periodically stop to vacuum metal shavings and inspect the port for smoothness. Blending port walls for a gradual taper: create a smooth transition. Use a flame-shaped burr to blend the port walls, creating a gradual taper from the port opening toward the valve seat. This taper improves airflow by reducing turbulence. Focus on smoothing transitions between the port and the valve bowl, the area just before the valve seat. Maintain consistency. Work symmetrically on both intake and exhaust ports to ensure balanced airflow. Use a reference port, e.g., a professionally ported head, if available, to guide your shaping. Check airflow path. Visualize the airflow path and aim for a smooth, funnel-like shape that directs air efficiently toward the valve. Avoiding critical areas: valve guide and seat. Do not remove material near the valve guide or valve seat unless absolutely necessary, as this can compromise valve sealing and alignment, leading to poor engine performance or leaks. Stay at least 1/8 inch away from these areas unless you're an experienced porter addressing specific issues. Inspect for damage. If material must be removed near the valve seat, e.g., for unshrouding the valve, consult a machinist to ensure proper valve seating after porting. Finishing and polishing: smooth the surface. After shaping, use a finer grit Carbide burr or a sanding roll, e.g., 80 to 120 grit, to polish the port walls. A slightly textured surface, not mirror polished, is ideal for most applications, as it promotes fuel atomization in intake ports. Clean thoroughly. Use compressed air in a shop vac to remove all metal particles. Wash the cylinder head with solvent to ensure no debris remains. Verification: measure port dimensions. Use calipers to confirm the port opening matches the gasket and the taper is consistent. Flow bench testing: optional if available. Test the ported head on a flow bench to measure airflow improvements. Compare to baseline measurements if possible. Visual inspection: ensure no sharp edges, gouges, or uneven areas remain in the ports. Tips for success: work slowly, remove material gradually to avoid mistakes. It's easier to take more off than to replace material. Practice first. If you're new to porting, practice on a scrap cylinder head to get a feel for the tools and techniques. Maintain balance. Port all cylinders identically to ensure consistent performance across the engine. Use proper RPM, Adjust die grinder speed based on the burr size and material. Aluminum heads require lower RPM than cast iron to avoid clogging the burr. Safety and maintenance. Clean burrs regularly. Use a wire brush to remove metal buildup from carbide burrs to maintain cutting efficiency. Ventilation. Work in a well-ventilated area to avoid inhaling metal dust. Check tool condition. Inspect burrs for wear or damage before use to ensure clean cuts. Visit our website to explore our full range of high-quality carbide burr tools, including cylindrical and flame-shaped burrs for cylinder head porting. Visit our website. We offer a variety of sizes and styles to suit your porting needs, ensuring precision and durability for professional and DIY projects. This process, when done correctly, can significantly improve airflow and engine performance, but it requires patience and precision to avoid costly errors. If you're unsure, consult a professional machinist for complex porting